Hey guys, how are you? I stepped in the store to get some gasoline. You know, when you drive different cars, you're not sure which way the gas tank is on. On this dashboard, I have a little gas pump icon and the arrow's pointing to the left. So on the left side, that's the driver's side. Some cars are pointing on the right. So what did I get in the store? I got some barbecue chips. If you like barbecue chips, let's put yes. I always like barbecue chips. Got a little coffee from this morning, and I have a water. You got to stay hydrated out here on the road. So I got to drive on the freeway, some main roads, and then I'll be driving some adults later today. You have questions, put those in. And I do have a stand store that's operational. That's got a link it in the description. You guys can get on a call with me. Okay. Yeah, okay. Low sodium Lay's. Come on, girl. Low sodium. I gotta have something. That's great. I needed that smile. My girl said low sodium Lay's. Okay, so it's been a good day so far. We were talking about Hmong. I needed that laugh. Okay, I'm in education, so we were comparing the Hmong culture to the American culture. In the Hmong culture, they eat a very healthy diet. So we got to try to eat more Hmong. And I would love to go live at a Hmong restaurant. Okay, so thank you for making me laugh. I really needed that. It's been a long week. I stayed up late a couple days. I've been streaming a lot. So my car's in drive. I've got to cut through the neighborhood, so I'm going to show you that. And the neighborhoods are still really bad with the snow. But thank you for making me smile. Okay, let me go ahead and change this. And I got my gas, so I spent like $17. I got like 5.5 gallons cash. How much is gas where you are? It's $3.19 where I am, and that's cash. Every now and then I'd carry cash, but you got to be careful. So I have the stand store up. I got everything linked. $3.15. Okay, it's a little cheaper. It's $3.19 here. Yeah, I got the stand store up and operational. So if you guys want to jump on a call with me, I just have to link it. And on my socials, you can set up a call. I think it's $9.99. It's set up through Zoom. We can talk about driving, social media, you getting your goals and getting your life together, because that's what it's all about. Let's help everyone who wants to learn how to drive. And I just want to motivate you, and I want to be a person of positivity. And I just want to say, all of you who really support and come on, it means a lot to me. And you're going to learn how to drive. So I'm like in the city, right? And we're driving through the areas. Most of the streets are clear, but it's still really bad out here. So you got to be careful. But then I'm teaching a client who's 20. I drive her next week. I drive some other clients this week. It's been a long week. So amen for the weekend. So I have the right of way. I don't have a stop sign. So I got to be really careful and still look, because people run stop signs, and they're huge potholes. And the city always gets the last of the funding for the potholes. A lot of the suburban areas, I'm just being real with you, they get their streets patched and redone all the time. All right, let me go slow over the speed bump. This will wreck the bottom of your car. Do you guys have speed bumps in your area? In certain, usually they have these in schools. True. They have these in schools, colleges, universities, because those college students, they be flying because they late to class, right? We all remember those days. I ought to take a picture of my chips and just post them on the community page, right? That was good. So look, I'm just here waiting. It's really bright outside. So I got on my Meta Ray-Bans. I'm not sponsored by them, but I should be. I really like the Meta Ray-Bans. They capture a lot of video. And I've seen a lot of stuff. I heard the new Meta Ray-Bans are going to be like $1,000. I paid like $400. I rode public transportation junk. Yeah. I had a junky car, and it broke down 2 or 3 times in college, and I had to rely on other people to get me home. But I got it. My car did not have heat either. Yeah, on the side streets, because a lot of people are speeding. I just waited for the lady. I'm being a nice person. You know, that's all good. Just want to be nice to people. Let her come out. It's a nice Toyota Camry, though. But back to the stand store. I have 4 or 5 digital products, how to pass your road test, how to reduce anxiety when you drive. I've just got to finish editing those and just do it. I'm scared, but for the first 14 days it's free, and then I'll be charged $29 a month. So I got to start cooking and get you guys connecting. Oh God, this traffic is crazy. But I gotta go out there. So I got a half a tank of gas. Then I'm gonna get out right to the first lane. Boom. Now, are your expressways like this? This is a smaller 3-lane. We have some that are 5-lane. I went to Houston, Texas. It was a 7-lane elevated expressways, more semi trucks because they have the cattle industry out there. I barely made it to work. I almost ran out of gas. So you know how it is. If you can get to work, you're like, man, I'll get gas after work. But then you're tired. You hear me opening these chips, and you know I'm going to smash them, right? One at a time. Barbecue. So I'm going to make you guys laugh. This is first chip. That boy's good. If you were here, I share. Or you might want a honey bun or some juice. You guys like Takis? I've never had one before. If any of you had Takis, if you had Takis, put in yes. Try not to hit this water. I don't want to slide. Too spicy. Yeah, they too spicy. For real. And those Takis make your stomach produce acid, right? And if you eat too many of them, your stomach's going to produce acid. And then guess what? You're going to have a hole. Oh, yes? Okay. You're going to have a hole in your stomach. We did some research. The Takis are Mexican tortilla chips. I love spicy things, but I'm not doing that. My students love those things. So we're just chilling in the slow lane. I'm about 55. I don't have to do a driving lesson until 4:30. So I can just relax and chill with you guys. I'm in a slow lane. We chilling about 50. It's chill, man. It's nice to, it's nice to, either I'm late or I'm early. Either I'm late, early, or on time. How are you guys? You come on time? If you're on time, put T. If you're late, put L. We're moving a little slow, but that's okay. I'm cruising at 50, and it's a Friday, and it's heavy traffic on this expressway. I'm not even stressed. I got my chips, my water, my coffee, and I got you guys. On time, arriving early, yeah. My wife is the only one that's on time. I'm late. My daughter's late. Son's late. Arriving early. Okay. So like all these cars coming on, I'm just like really relaxed. I'm not worried. If they want to come out in front of me, they can come out. If they want to slide in behind me, I'm good. But I'm needing a blinker. You feel me? I need a blinker. And I'm not mad they don't have a blinker. It just adds a little confusion and a little danger. Mom always early. Yeah. My mom was early. My dad was early too. It's like, you better show up on time. Leave early. I'm like, huh? You know how your parents talk to you, right? Boy, you better get up. My dad was from Alabama. Mom was from Alabama too. They came up during that Great Migration, you know. He played football, got a football for Alabama A&M. He was an electrician, and he worked for Ford. So he was doing it, right? My mother was a nurse, so you gotta get up early. Get up. Okay. We're cruising about 55, just chilling. And you know, you get better gas mileage when you're driving at the limit. The faster you go, the more your car. Oh, they trying to pick up now. It's 60. They doing 60. So I got to do 60. I'm kind of waiting for this car, but I'm kind of not. So I'm lifting my foot. I'm wondering, are they going to get over? Are they going straight? I'm just not sure. All right, so I'm not worried about them. I'm just going to keep pushing. But you guys didn't tell me, are your expressways, this is a 3-lane expressway. On the other one, they have 5. So I'm going to get over to the middle lane because I don't want to get cut off. So I'm just going to go get over, and then all these brake lights on. So I'm trying to check my mirror and slow down real easy. 4 or 5, okay. Because people get really stupid here and they start cutting off and tailgating. So I'm just trying to stay relaxed. I see we got 8 people on. Can a brother get 10 thumbs up? I have 2. I got barbecue chips for you. Okay, for the road test, I do road test prep. I'm a state certified instructor, and I have other good friends who do the road test. So I do the road test prep, and then I would take you over to them, and then I'm in the car in the back with you to support you. We had about 10 students who've done really well. You know, they're in their 20s, and you know, they don't have the money, or mom and dad. Oh, barbecue. Oh yeah. Dip. But like, I'm driving a young lady right now. She's 27, and she doesn't have a car. So the hard thing is, you know, you don't need a car to learn how to drive. You just need someone to let you borrow the car. But a lot of parents are like, no, you can't drive. You scare me. They're not gonna let you drive. So you're kind of stuck, you know, uncle, auntie, grandma. But then your mom would be like, why are you bugging your grandmother? Don't bug your grandma. Mom, you won't help me. So I'm just taking my time. But the biggest thing, I think, is just securing transportation to learn how to drive. And once you secure transportation to learn how to drive, you're going to be good. And then feeling good about yourself. Like the young lady I'm driving now, she drove last year in the fall, and I drove her for her second time in the snow. She did pretty good. I got her over to the road testing place. I introduced her, and then my good friend said, hey, you take all the lessons you need from him, talking about me, and when you're ready, he'll get you over here, because I'm not going to let you fail, okay? And the biggest thing is just getting your TIP, your temporary instruction permit. So it's just heavy traffic. This person in this Escalade is just tapping brakes and tapping brakes and tapping brakes. It's a little frustrating, but I'm just keeping my space. Because if I could, I would help all of you learn how to drive. You know, you come to listen, see me through this journey, helping people, and I enjoy it too. Ultimately, you know, I want to step and do my own thing offer online classes to people who need it. Review. Thank you for the thumbs up. We got 8 now. I'm in the middle lane chilling. We're about 60. Thank you. Appreciate that. And different parts of the country and different parts of the world have different expressways. There are a few people on who follow me from the UK, and I learned a lot. I'm from the Midwest. Where are you guys located? Where are you from? Like, we at 70 now, okay? So if you can be patient, you'll get out of traffic. You'll be able to, pick up a little speed. I'm from the Midwest. I've been to Texas, Florida, Kansas, Ohio, South, Florida, Alabama, okay? Alberta, okay. I've been up through the Montreal area, and we've been through Toronto. We saw Drake. No, I'm joking. Georgia, all right. Georgia on my mind. I'm joking, but my son, he was being recruited by the University of Buffalo, and they're in, obviously, Buffalo, New York. So we just took the 401. No, we did take the 401. I'm trying to remember what it's, yeah, we came across, and he just got an enhanced license, right? Pennsylvania. I've been to Pennsylvania. We were down at the University of Pitt when he was a junior and getting some, he had 4 offers, I had 5, I beat him. Like, this semi-truck, I don't know what's wrong with them, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and go, hold on 1 second. So we went up, we cut through Canada to go to New York, and we passed by Toronto. So I told my son, hey, Drake is from Toronto. He said, Dad, you're not funny. He didn't find that funny, but I did. But whenever you drive through another country, you gotta be really careful. But we drove through, he went to football camp up there, did pretty good. Didn't get an offer, but he, that's what you gotta do. If any of you have nephews or nieces who are good enough to play college sports, you gotta pour into them, get them to a camp. So then he played for pro football in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. He was down there this past season. They came runner-up to the country championship, and now he's down in Texas training for the UFL, and then Belo Horizonte, Brazil, and that was cool. He went near the Amazon rainforest. He's got a lot of videos. I'll try to get to him. He's really big in fitness. Like, he could be an Instagram model. Like, he's 6'4", like 240, edge rusher. Light skin, tattooed. You know how they are. Small waist, tattooed up. So we're praying that he can make the football team. So it is the St. Louis Battlehawks, I believe. So, but he's got his master's in juvenile criminal justice, so he could come out making some good money, but he wants to live his dream. So we felt like, hey, get us a thumbs up if you're feeling this. Okay. So I'm in education, wife's in education, we're teachers, I coach high school, college level. So when he was little, he was watching me, and I would bring him to football practice, basketball practice, and middle school, and he was sitting on the bench with me. But when it was time for him to go to all these colleges, I would drive there, and then he would drive back home. So that's how he learned how to drive. We've been to Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania, Ohio. And then his junior year in high school, he grew like 3 inches and put on 12 pounds of muscle. They thought he was on steroids, but no. You know how teenagers grow, they eat everything. So I'll put some of the links to his stuff. They interviewed him. Pretty cool. But the UFL, a lot of these pro guys, who are like third team. They go there to reinvent themselves. I'm going to try to get an interview with one of the guys. He's an XFL analyst, and that'd be really cool. This turn is crazy dangerous. So I'm just going slow, like, because I'm not late, guys. If you late, you're going to drive crazy. I'm just chilling real easy. And you feel so relaxed when you're on time or early. I'm early. So he's in Texas. In less than 8 days, he's going to be in a camp in Arlington, Texas, fighting for a position. He's either going to be a linebacker or edge rusher. He's legitimately 60, 235, 237. They'll put him at linebacker. Well, it's been an exciting journey. I'll put some of his videos on. So this is like a busy road. It's a 2-lane, 3-lane. The speed limit is 55, so they do like 70 here. So you gotta be careful. I know you hear me smashing these chips. They are good. You see these barbecue, not Takis, it's regular barbecue. So when the light turns green, I'm definitely gonna look left and right because people do run the light. That's the biggest thing. I have to make a right, I have to make a left turn. Okay, I'm gonna make a left. I gotta go across. So I gotta stay in this lane. The light's yellow, so I don't have to get on the gas. So I have to make a left to get over to the other side of the road. And on this road, the speed limit here is 55, but they go really, really fast. Yeah, you're confused. I just got off the expressway. It is a one-way going east. It's a one-way going east. I have to cross over to go back west. This road runs east and west. Hopefully that helped you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. We're trying to get to 10. And I want to hear about your journey, you know, your life, your families too. I've been doing driver's ed about 24 years. I've taught in person. Right now I do online class. Post-COVID, when they shut everything down for about a month, there was no work. And then all the driver's education companies decided to do Zoom, right? So I was working 4 or 5 or 6 classes, stacking in money. But the problem is we had a lot of adults and teens that needed hours. So the state was behind like 1,000 people. I can't tell you everything because I signed a confidentiality agreement, but we had to get all those students done first, or people won't go to work. So this is a 2-lane, and speed limit is 55. I'm about 55. So I do private drives, adult drives, teens. I have a new class every 6 weeks. Now, I was talking to a viewer. He was from New York. You have to be 18 to get your full license. You get your junior license at 17. Where I am, you can get your license at 16 if you have 50 hours of driving and you've been driving 6 months on your level 1. I know it's kind of confusing. But a lot of kids wait till they're 17, 18, 19. But you got to have a job. If you don't have a job, you won't be able to drive. And that's the biggest thing. I used to work at the school and I was teaching 11th grade social studies, so they needed me to do some job placement, help kids with college applications. It was very fulfilling. But a lot of kids, if you set up a job for them, they don't show up, man. Okay, I knew the manager at a McDonald's, no cap. She would have given anyone a job. I set it up for a young lady. The young lady never showed up. I was so mad at her. She really disappointed me. But she got kicked out of her parents' home, so I don't know what happened. If I can maintain about 55, I'm going to make most lights. These could be considered still green lights, so I'm just trying to maintain my speed, look ahead, stay in my lane. This is kind of like a little highway. Highways are under 55. Expressways, you're over 55. This is like a little highway. You're cruising about 55. Things are chill. I've been up to Montreal. I've been to Windsor. I haven't been out of the country. Went Toronto. We didn't see Drake. There was a picture of Drake in his Mercedes or something. It's like 2.5 million. Then I made some content. One of my students, he's got a Tesla. So we posted like 4 or 5 videos. I gotta post some more. It was really cool. Now traffic's slowing down. And you want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. We're at about 60. One of my former students just replied to me. I said a positive comment on his Tesla. Have any of you been in a Tesla? If you have, just put yes. keeps tapping her brake, so I'm kind of confused. I'm not trying to tailgate. Are your roads similar to this? This is a J turn. At some streets or intersections we can't make left, so we have to go past. And I'm on the outside. So when I turn, I'll be all the way over to the right. Sorry about the bumps. The road is really bad. I do apologize for that. It's a great place to take. I see the camera falling, man. Sorry. Okay. But the roads are really bad. Oh my God. This is crazy. Are your roads this bad? Wow, that's crazy. This is a really good road to take adults and teens. It's a round circle around a school or a college. I'm going to go over an evaluation with you guys. Give me a moment. It's really bright out here. Okay, I'm going to go over a driver's education evaluation sheet with you guys. If you have questions, you can go ahead and put those in. You know, on the first drive, we're evaluating a driver's performance in use of the following criteria. So I'm going to go each of these with you. If you have questions, ask. But the first thing is we got to, do a walk around the car to make sure there's nothing on the ground. There's nothing that could damage the vehicle. If you have questions, put those in. We start in parking lots. So high school parking lot, college parking lot, a mall, just to get you comfortable. We go up and down the parking lots. We go up and down the parking lots, and we're teaching you speed control, lane positioning, right? Get you comfortable with the vehicle. Parking lots are low volume, low stress areas. So your instructor, everyone's different, should be taking you in parking lots, going up and down the aisles, making right turns, making left turns. I'm early, so I can go over this with you. Next, you'll go into neighborhoods. You're going to make 12 right turns, hand over hand, 12 left turns, hand over hand. We might do some stall parking, might do some parallel parking, have you pulling in a driveway, reversing back the opposite direction. That's getting you comfortable. So on the driving evaluation, you would have pre-driving checks. You want to come in, lock the door, put on your seatbelt, adjust your center mirror. You want to frame the rear window in the mirror. You want to check your driver's side mirror. You want to check your passenger side mirror. So you always see me looking. I'm doing my mirror checks. And that's what a lot of beginning drivers don't do. They don't check mirrors. So you got to check those mirrors. So if you have questions, put them in. Then I'm going to make sure your seat is adjusted. I'm tall. I'm like 6'4", so most cars are small to me. I'm in a Malibu or an Impala. I'm not sure which one this is, but it's an older one, and I have a lot more room. I've been in Kias before. The smaller Chevys, they're just small. Residential driving. You're going to get a 1. You need work. You want to look left and right. You want to check, make sure cars aren't backing out, kids aren't backing, running across the street. Acceleration. We want to make sure our foot is evenly on the gas pedal, so when you push the pedal with your foot, you can get leverage. A lot of beginners, their foot is really tight because they're nervous. Wear thin sole shoes. Crocs are good. Converse are good. I'm not sponsored by Converse, but Converse, if you hear me, I'm we're SAS 14. Converse seem to be really good shoes. A lot of younger adults wear those shoes. So you want to wear a thin sole shoe. Next, acceleration. Are you accelerating slow? Are you staying with the flow of the traffic? Usually beginning drivers drive under the speed limit, 10 under, 12 under, 15 under. And as a result, you're going to make other drivers very anxious and nervous. You're actually going to have road rage. So we don't want you, and I say we, your instructors, don't want you to have road rage. We want you to be able to drive comfortably. We want you to learn. The lessons are 1 hour. Braking. A lot of beginning drivers stop late, meaning you're almost going to rear in the car. Slow down earlier. You need more room. You want to squeeze the brake and roll up to a curb, a car, your driveway. Right turns and left turns. A lot of beginners go too fast in the right turn, and then the rear of the car spins out to the left, or they overturn and the front wheels jump the curb, or they almost hit the curb. So we do have a brake. We want to squeeze the brake. I never say hit the brake, because if I say hit the brake, guess what? You're going to slam it. So squeeze the brake. Turn signals. Left is down. Right is up. A lot of beginners forget left and right. If you're just tuning in, you need to be writing this down. We're going over their driver evaluation. Left turns are very dangerous. You're turning in front of oncoming traffic. So you want to move up to the middle of the intersection so you can still see the traffic light. You want to yield to oncoming traffic. Just pretend my hand is the light. A lot of beginners look left. No. Look right. No. We want to look at cars going across our face. Left turns are the most dangerous. You have oncoming traffic. We want to wait for a gap or space. If you're making a left turn, the gap is smaller because we're turning across traffic. Right turns are easier. You have more room. So we try to get you in the middle. We want you to look where you want the car to go. A lot of you won't look. You'll just look straight ahead, and then we'll have to help you turn the wheel. My job as your instructor is to help you. One person left a comment, why are you touching the wheel? This is driver's education. A lot of adults don't know how to drive. A lot of teens don't know how to drive. A lot of people in their 20s and 30s and 40s. So I deleted that person's comment because it wasn't very caring. I'm here to help you. We talked about stopping. Stop earlier than you think. Squeeze your brake. Use the ball of your foot. Also, a lot of beginners, I'm looking down at the speedometer. They stare at the speedometer, and you should be looking up at the road. If it's just bringing you value, give it a couple thumbs up. I still have time. I'm going to go over the driver's evaluation. So entering traffic is the most stressful because you have to come up to the edge of the street. You got to look left. You got to look right. When it's clear, this is when everything gets stressful because you have to push the gas pedal and keep the car moving. Keep it going, right? Keep the car moving, keep it accelerating so you can get right into the first lane. We want to turn into the nearest lane. If you're making a right turn, turn into the nearest lane. Making a left turn, if you're in the inside left turn lane, go in the inside left turn lane by the double yellow. If it's a double left turn lane, if you're in the outside lane, stay in that outside lane. I've been in double left hand, I've been in single left hand turns, double left hand turns, triple left hand turns, and they are very confusing for all of us, but for the beginning driver, they just panic. So my job is to help you and keep you relaxed. Intersections, also very dangerous. You got to look before you get there. Again, everything is vision. Are you looking ahead? Are you looking down? A lot of beginners look at their hands. I'm going to look down the steering wheel. I'm looking at my hands when I turn. No, 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 no. You've got to look at the road. Where are you going? If you're making a right, you should be having your blinker on, 100 feet, a half a block, slowing down under 20, squeezing the brake, checking to the left. A lot of beginners don't check to the left. They just make a right turn and a car's coming. We almost get hit. So in some cases, I need to be your eyes. I need to teach you. But if I am teaching you more than you're driving, you're not going to learn. So I have to support you. Let's talk about lane positioning. A lot of beginners hug the right. They look at the white line or the edge line. You should be writing this down. If you're listening right now, give this thing a thumbs up. Okay? We got evaluation here. So they're looking at the white line to the right. We're in North America. And if you look at the white line to the right, you're going to drift off the road. The driver will be to the left. The car will be centered in the lane. A lot of beginner drivers put themselves in the middle of the lane and the car is all the way to the right. You don't want to do that. Next, light traffic driving. That's what all of you will be doing. You're not going to downtown Houston, Texas. You're not going to downtown Detroit, Michigan. You're not going to downtown Los Angeles, California. You're doing light traffic driving. What does this mean? You're going to your school, to your home. You're going from your home to maybe your elementary. You're going from your home to maybe your job. Maybe from your home to a shopping mall. People still go there, right? So you're doing light traffic driving. Let's talk about following distance. A lot of beginners tailgate cars because they haven't learned speed control and to judge distance. So you want to keep good space. It's a car length for every 10. If you're going 30, 3 car lengths. If you're going 40, 4 car lengths. Keep space. Stay with the flow. Let's continue. On drive 2, you got to do your pre-driving checks. You get into the vehicle, you lock the door. You adjust your center mirror. You adjust your driver's side mirror. You adjust your passenger side mirror. Have those mirrors adjusted. Get ready to sneeze. Have those mirrors adjusted when you get into the car, you sit down, you put on your seatbelt, you lock your door. You adjust your seat. Then you start adjusting your mirrors. These are the things we as instructors need to see you do. Next, acceleration. You should feel more comfortable with the gas pedal. Every car's different. Some cars have a very sensitive gas pedal. If you hit the gas, the car flies. In this case, this car, you've got to push the gas to get the car moving. Braking. You should be able to squeeze the brake and see the rear of the tires on the ground. If you can't, you're too close. We're going to make more right turns, maybe 12 to 10 right turns. You come up, you check traffic, you have control of your car, you're turning hand over hand. We go by the National Highway Safety Transportation. Every state, every country has a different driving organization. I've looked. We're in the United States. I don't go by the UK standards. okay? If I was in the UK, I wouldn't go by the American standards. If I was in Canada, I would not go by the American standards or the UK standards. If I was in Australia, so every country has different standards. Left turns, you want to come up to the middle of the intersection, I'm going to support you. I'm not just going to let you make the left turn. Not that I'm micromanaging you, but I want to help you, okay? Understand this. I want to see you come up to the middle. We're going to make sure it's clear. When it's clear, I want to see you accelerate. I've had students hit the brake. That's scary. I've had students not turn the wheel. That's scary. I've had students almost cut off a car. I'm not going to let you do that because I'm going to hit the brake. So in essence, I'm watching the car. I'm not watching you. Now you got to enter traffic. I'm quiet. I'm waiting. In some cases, it's 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute. And that can be an eternity for a beginning driver. So I want you to remember to take your time. And if you take your time, you're going to be able to execute a really nice turn and have good speed control. Lane positioning, we're looking for you to keep your car centered. The car is centered, you'll be to the left. Again, beginners hug the right, they're looking down at the white line, they're looking at their steering wheel. Traffic control devices, we want to squeeze our brake. We're not teaching you to run yellow lights. If the light is yellow and you can't stop safely in 3 seconds, you proceed with caution. You still can get a ticket, you still can get hit. That's the next area of panic or anxiety where beginning drivers don't know what to do. So we, as your instructor, help you, support you, guide you. That is so important that we guide you. Space management. Drive 2, we're talking about space management. Are you tailgating? Are you too far away? Are you too close? Are you over the line to the left? Are you over the line to the right? Space management is so important. If you just tuned in, we're talking about the driving performance or the evaluation process. Changing lanes. You are not supposed to put your foot on the brake and just go. It's mirror, turn signal, blind spot. If I'm making a lane change to the right, mirror, blinker is up, and I'll look over my right shoulder. If I'm making a lane change to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. A lot of beginners forget the steps, and then they just go over and cut off a car. I went over a couple of elements of the driving process. I need you to give this a thumbs up. I want you to look at all these videos. And remember, we do have a stand store. We're going to have it active hopefully tonight or tomorrow. You'll be able to sign up for a coaching session with me or another instructor. I believe a half an hour is $9.99. We'll set up all the digital stuff. It's safe and secure. We're also putting together some digital products where you could get an evaluation sheet to know what to look for when you're out on the road. If you have a younger sibling or niece or nephew, you could drive with them and say, listen, I have an evaluation. I need you to work on this. I need you to work on that. Because a lot of people need a physical piece of paper or something on their phone. So follow, give it a thumbs up, and the stand store will be operational hopefully within 24 hours. I want to say thank you. Watch the videos. Bye.